If tomorrow morning you woke up to an empty bank account, your job gone, your phone silent, you still haven't lost your greatest asset, your voice. The words you speak are the key to an invisible vault. When the words are right, doors open. When they're off, doors close. Today, I invite you to try the road less traveled. Let your words lead supply, not fear. Picture this: a woman standing in an empty apartment, boxes stacked high, bills pressing down. She's just lost her job. Her savings are thinning. She doesn't deny the invoices. She places a hand on her heart, and morning, noon, night says steadily, "My supply never runs out. Large sums of money come to me right now under grace in perfect ways." On day 3, she's calm enough to call and have a late fee waived. On day 7, an old friend offers a collaboration. On day 21, she signs her first contract since the layoff. No loud miracle, just right words, right rhythm, right doors. Many people mistake affirmation for denying reality. It isn't. Affirmation sets spiritual truth over reality, so it can be rearranged. You still pay the bills, make the calls, submit the applications, but you do it in an atmosphere of provision, not panic. Another misunderstanding is that affirmation is just positive self-soothing. It isn't. This is the discipline of consciousness. Your word is a command to the subconscious. The subconscious turns it into choices, openings, appointments, and life responds. If you've been grinding and the results still feel fragile, you may have changed your strategy, but not the story you tell yourself. That inner voice you hear all day is the real check writer. When it repeats, "I'm short, I'm late, I can't," it authorizes exactly that. When it shifts to, "I'm guided, I'm enough," what's mine cannot be late, your life schedule begins to change. In the next few minutes, you'll step into a compact yet deep journey. We'll reset the mold of your words from timid to authoritative, from describing what is to defining what will be. You'll learn to swap impoverishing sentences for ones that open the vault, to tell grace from mere wanting, and to catch the guided action that walks you through the right door. I'm not asking for blind belief. I'm inviting you to try this for 7 days and watch for the first small signs. Start by softening your shoulders, placing a hand on your chest, and slowing your breath. Don't try to get results this very minute. Just let the right words anchor your mind. You're not begging life, you're naming what's lawful. You're not chasing money, you're revealing yourself as a channel of supply. And if you're asking, so what do I actually say? How do I speak without sounding fake? You're in the right place. Next, we'll go straight to the law of prosperity, why the word is the cause, and life is the echo, and how to craft a decree clear enough, true enough, and rhythmic enough for your subconscious to start working for you today. Stay with me. One sentence set rightly from this moment can change the months and years ahead of you. Let's start with the simplest truth. We most often forget, you don't live by what others pay you. You live by what you declare to yourself each day. The outer world is an echo. The original sound is your word spoken with belief. When the word is right, life aligns. When the word is skewed, life spins you back into old inertia. So before strategies, tools, or markets, return to the first cause, the word. Imagine your mind as a field. Every sentence you speak idle or assured is a seed. It drops into the subconscious, which does not argue, grade, or debate. It receives and executes. From that underground and inner climate forms expectations, posture, tone, micro-gestures. That climate sends signals through your life like an invisible fragrance, and the world responds with matching situations. You're not convincing the universe. You are commanding yourself, and you become the person the universe recognizes. Here's the cleanest diagram of the mechanism. Cause word, impression subconscious, result circumstance. If you want the gears between impression and result, picture this chain: expectation, micropsychology and microbehavior, signals sent, encounters and opportunities. Keep the main axis in view. The word is the cause. To see it outside of metaphor, consider 3 short stories. Example 1. Client's Lan is a freelance designer. For 2 months, her inbox was empty. Each morning, a sigh. The market's tough. There just aren't clients. That sentence wasn't mere description. It was an order to the subconscious, an order titled No Clients. In week 3, she changed her morning line. I choose to serve beautifully. The right clients find me today under grace in perfect ways. She refreshed her portfolio, posted 1 gentle case study, and sent 3 thank you emails. Nothing fancy. Day 4, a former client referred a new project. Day 7, an agency invited her to contract. What changed her inner climate, then her tone, then her micro moves, and people responded. Example 2. Opportunity. Been applied for a dream role. A familiar voice in his head. Competition's brutal. They'll hire internally. He went to the first interview, like someone begging for a chance. The next week he tried a 21-day experiment. Hand over heart any time he thought of the job, he declared, I step through the door aligned with my calling. When I speak the right word, the door opens. Not to self-soothe, but to reset posture. At the second interview, the hiring manager said, we see not just skills, but a clarity we can't quite name. That clarity wasn't an act. It was the fruit of the word. Example 3. Debt. Mai had 3 credit cards and a student loan. She often muttered, debt follows me for life. The subconscious, like a diligent secretary, noted, order, receive, sustain. Debt is destiny. She changed her line. I am guided to settle each balance in peace. What is mine cannot be late. She called the bank and asked for a new plan. Surprisingly, a fresh program waived penalties. She sold an expensive item she barely used. The money nearly cleared the first card. No loud magic. Just this word change of courage changes. Small actions change. Outcomes change. Across all 3, the word didn't deny empty emails, invoices, or competition. The word placed order above appearances, so appearances could rearrange. This is the crucial point. People miss affirmations, deny reality. No. Right affirmations command reality. You acknowledge the data and still declare the spiritual truth permitted to lead. Another myth. You just say it to feel better. No. This is the discipline of tone and tempo. Speak with authority, not pleading at a steady cadence, not bursts with precise meaning, not fog. The subconscious hears rhythm before it passes meaning. Steadiness beats sporadic effort. How do you begin the discipline today? Use the 3D rule. 1. Stop describing. Just as you're about to say, ugh, late again, pause half a second. You don't have to sugarcoat facts, but don't nail them into the future either. Repeated negative description is a polite curse. 2. Decree. Choose a line that's clear, true, short enough to reach the heart. For example, I am supplied right now under grace in perfect ways. What belongs to me cannot be late. I serve well, and the right clients find me with ease. Read slowly. Breathe into your belly and to chest. When the body softens, the sentence sinks. 3. Do the small nudge. After you decree, don't sit around waiting for fireworks. Follow the tiny prompts. Rewrite 1 email, tweak your LinkedIn intro, tidy your wallet, call the bank, thank an old contact. These moves are the body of the word. Without them, the word has no feet. Here's a notebook-worthy map. Cause word, impression subconscious, expectation, micropsychology and microbehavior. Signal, result, situation, person, opportunity, as, money. When the first fruit shows up, a reply email, a negotiated bill, an interview invite, don't dismiss it. These small proofs ring the bell that the structure is running. Write them down, give thanks, and keep the cadence. Gentle consistency accumulates into sudden luck. You may be wondering, what if I still feel afraid while I speak? Fear doesn't break the law. The law asks only that you speak half a note louder than your fear. Don't shout, just raise the volume of truth. Today you speak softly. Tomorrow you speak steady. Soon you speak like a steward who knows he's backed. Each time you speak, you loosen the tight corset of the old identity. One morning, you find yourself standing taller, breathing deeper, walking. Sure, that means your subconscious has shifted its weight to a new story. And remember, under grace means lawful ethical harm to no one. Don't take a predatory loan to test the law. Don't manipulate someone to manifest. Don't trade your peace for speed. When you decree under grace, you allow infinite wisdom to choose the cleanest channel to deliver your good, often different from your prediction list, always better. Before we move on, join our 7-day word as cause challenge with the community. Each morning, hand on heart, slowly speak one chosen decree. Each day, take one small prompted action. Each evening, record one small proof deeper peace or an unexpected call, both count. Comment below with your decree and your start date. We'll support each other not by arguing, but by keeping the rhythm. Next, we'll open the law of substitution, how to pull out poverty phrases rooted since childhood, and install treasury opening lines instead, so your subconscious can't hold two opposite pictures at once. I'll give you a 24-hour replacement lexicon, so that whenever an old line is about to slip out, you'll have a rich word ready. Change the word, change the climate. Change the climate, and your life's weather turns to sun. See you there. There is a quiet law your subconscious keeps with fierce loyalty. It cannot hold two opposing pictures at the same time. When you say, "I'm not enough," you hand it a picture of lack. When you say, "I am supplied under grace," you swap the picture. The law of substitution isn't wordplay. It's linguistic surgery, lifting out a sentence that shrinks you and implanting a sentence that opens the vault. The subconscious doesn't debate your truthfulness. It builds whatever you say, provided the rhythm is steady and the tone is authoritative. For the next 24 hours, try a simple experiment I call word hygiene. You'll do 3 things: catch the old sentence, cancel its order, and choose a new sentence. 3 clean steps: catch, cancel, choose. Cancel. 10 sentences to retire, they look harmless, but they're poverty orders to the depths. Money is always short. This is too expensive for me. I always arrive late to opportunities. No one probably needs me. I'm not good with money. Where would I find clients these days? If I'm lucky, I barely get by. I always run into bad luck. Don't expect much or you'll be disappointed. I don't dare receive much too many complications. 10 substitutions short, clear under grace. Read slowly, breathe deeply. I am supplied in full right now under grace, in perfect ways. I choose fair value. Good comes to me with ease. What is mine cannot be late. I serve in practical ways. The people who need me find me at the right time. I learn quickly and steward money well under wise guidance. The right clients come to me easily each day. I live in peaceful abundance. There is always overflow to share. Grace makes a way for me. Everything turns in my favor gently. I expect the good and I see signs of it today. I receive more with calm and clear purpose. You don't have to win every sentence in a day. It's enough to catch one slip, cancel it, and choose again. The cancel is simple whisper. I cancel that sentence, then speak your replacement. You'll be surprised how quickly your body shape shifts from contracted to open. When your mouth feels awkward is normal the first days. It only means there's an old wall and walls crack by rhythm. Use this 90-second practice so your words sink without strain. Hand over heart, middle finger touching the sternum. Feel the beat, it anchors you in the present. Breathe 4-6, inhale. 4 counts, exhale. 6 counts, repeat 6 rounds. Longer exhales, quiet your nervous system and round your voice. Tempo 70. BPM, speak your decree like an easy walk. Steady tempo equals open door signal to the subconscious. Stretch the vowels on weighty words enough now. Grace perfect for half a second long sound tells the body we're safe. Open posture. Soften shoulders, crown lifted chest, gently open. Tell your system, I have room for good. If it still feels stilted, shrink the goal 1 sentence for the whole day. Better a little consistently than a lot sporadically. Change the sentence tomorrow. Why word hygiene is so potent? In spiritual life, the word precedes belief. We speak in order to believe. Your subconscious absorbs rhythm, tone, image before it passes meaning. A sentence that is steady, clear, and aligned with grace makes a firm impression. From that impression, new expectation sprouts. Expectation tweaks micro behaviors, your email tone, your negotiating posture, your eyes when you enter a room. Those micro moves are the hands and feet of the miracle. A simple 24-hour schedule. Morning 3 rounds of 4-6 breathing. Speak your anchor sentence 7 times at 70 BPM. Then take one small prompted action. Send the email, make the call, update the profile. Midday, if pulled into someone's complaint, smile, stay silent, or say, "I'm practicing disciplined, positive speech today. Can we shift topics for a bit?" Then repeat your anchor sentence mentally 3 times. Night, write down 3 small proofs. Even felt karma counts. Give thanks, speak your anchor sentence 7 times before sleep. When you slip, drop the self-reproach. Use the 3C formula: catch, cancel, choose. For example, that sentence wasn't lawful. I cancel it. Then, what is mine cannot be late. Everything is turning on time for me. 10 seconds. Gentle discipline without violence toward yourself. Word hygiene in noisy environments. You can't police everyone else's sentences, but you can build an acoustic fence for yourself. Limit time in complaint-heavy conversations. Reframe kindly when someone says, "That's hard, try." Maybe we're right at the door. Let's take a light step and see. Keep your anchor sentences private till they root early seedlings wobble under scrutiny. Small American life tweaks: index card, handwrite your anchor sentence, and tuck it in your wallet phone case. Anchor words: pick 2 short keys like grace and now. Under stress, just repeat those. Doorway cue: use car doors and elevator doors. As scene changes, say 1 round as you pass through. These little time cracks create rhythm. You don't have to walk alone. In the comments post, the one sentence you'll substitute for the next 24 hours, and your start time, Isha 900 AM. Today. If you like, add your region, East Coast, Central Pacific, etc., so we can sync gentle reminders. Each evening return to report 1 small proof. No comparison, no humble brag, just testimony to strengthen the collective rhythm, where the next door opens. Once you've felt a new sentence take root, you'll ask, when will the fruit ripen? Does speed depend on me? That question leads to the law of expectation and divine timing. Why expectation is the mold and why what is mine cannot be late is not a slogan, but a precise mechanism. When the inner rhythm matches the outer doorway, things arrive now. In the next segment, I'll give you a 3-step expectation ritual and a way to read timing signs so you stop confusing powerless waiting with waiting in rhythm. For now, take a long breath, hand to heart, and read your anchor sentence slowly. It doesn't have to be perfect, only steady. Old walls crack to your cadence. And behind the wall, the vault opens. Here's a polished American English transcript version of your Fan 3, translated in full and tightened for voiceover delivery. When we talk about expectation, we're not talking about a vague mood or random optimism. Expectation is the unseen mold that the substance of supply pours itself into. You don't wait for the world to test drive its kindness on you. You shape first, and the world fills in. That's why divine timing isn't a heaven-ordained delay. It's the moment your inner rhythm locks with the outer door. When those 2 rhythms sync, things arrive right on now. To make this truth a daily cadence, try a simple 3-step ritual. 1. Declare. 2. Take the suggested micro-action. 3. Log the small signs. Step 1. Declare each morning before you touch your phone. Place a hand on your heart and say slowly, steadily, "What belongs to me cannot be late. I step into it now under grace in perfect ways. No begging, no shouting, just the tone of someone who knows they're backed." Step 2. The suggested action after the declaration: sit in silence for 15 seconds and notice one small specific nudge. Send a thank you email. tidy 2 lines on a profile, make a phone call, clean out your wallet. Don't hunt for a grand gesture. Micro steps are the hands and feet of miracles. Step 3, log the small signs in the evening. Write down 3 tiny signals: a courteous reply, a clarifying idea, a rise in inner peace. Right expectation doesn't demand the world shout. It hears the gentle knock and opens the latch. Self-check with a simple right versus wrong expectation matrix. Signs of right expectation: your words are in the present tense now, free of pressure, under grace, tied to service. So I can serve better, open to many channels by seen and unseen ways. Your body softens, shoulders drop, breath deepens, and it's followed by one concrete small action. Signs of wrong expectation: your words slide into the future someday, bargain if. Then, cling to one channel. Company X must call, the body tightens, short breath, lifted shoulders, and it's followed by obsessive checking, refreshing email, peeking at your balance every 5 minutes, or paralysis. If you catch yourself in the right-hand column, skip the self-blame. Exhale longer, cancel the old command in one line. I cancel that statement, then return to the left column with a clear, present tense decree. Think of expectation like setting a dinner table. You don't stand in the kitchen doorway shouting hungry all night. You lay plates, spread the cloth, light the candle. That's your ready signal. This 3-step ritual is your daily table setting. One viewer wrote me, I started saying, "What belongs to me cannot be late," and chose a micro action, sending an old thank you. 3 days later, that client reached out. Another shared, "I stopped checking my account 10 times a day. Instead, I logged small signs today. I felt calm talking about money." The next week, my boss brought up a raise. Small signs aren't consolation prizes. They're the map that tells you you're on the road. At times you'll say, "I've declared. I took a step." It's still quiet. Quiet doesn't mean absent. When you plant a seed, there's a long stretch when it lives under the soil. Unseen doesn't mean not growing. In that phase, right expectation looks like 2 things. You don't dig the seed up to check, and you keep watering. Declare, micro-act, log your small signs. If anxiety rises, use a 4 in 6 out breath and read the decree slowly. When your body settles, return to the next micro-action. Sacred timing isn't late. It waits for your full consent when your words, body and steps move in one rhythm. Don't confuse expectation with demand. Demand says, it has to be this way right now. Expectation says, now under grace in perfect ways. Demand hardens you. Expectation softens you. Demand is fear. Expectation is trust. Saying in perfect ways opens the door for infinite intelligence to choose the cleanest channel. Sometimes it loops through a chance meeting, an old post, or an unexpected invitation. That flexibility raises probabilities and lowers tension. Your body broadcasts safe, and where it feels safe, new chances come close. Busy. Distill the 3-step ritual into a 5-minute version. Morning 1 minute of 4 to 6 breathing, 1 minute to declare, 1 minute to choose your micro step. Midday 3 deep breaths and a silent recall of your decree as you swap parking spots or step into the elevator. Evening. 2 minutes to write 3 small signs. That's enough. Miracles don't ask for your whole day, they ask for your consistency. Also try defining small signs across 3 tiers, so your eye gets sharper, inner, more peace, a rounder tone of voice, interactional softer responses, a surprise call material, a fee reduction, a small order, a gift. Writing them down turns the invisible visible. It gives your subconscious a new scoreboard, and it will want to rack up points. I'd love to invite you into a 7-day expectation challenge. Each day comment 3 lines under the video, the decree you used, 1 micro action you took, 1 small sign you noticed. Add your time zone, ET, CT, PT, so we can form time rings to nudge one another. No debates, no bragging, just co-witnessing. Collective expectation builds a field of lift. When one person spots a sign, the whole circle is encouraged. If you're a perfectionist, remember consistent average beats, intermittent excellence. One calm sentence each morning outlasts one feverish night. If you skip a day, don't punish yourself. Breathe, smile, say, I'm back in rhythm and return. The law runs on your average cadence, not a single performance. Before we move on, if expectation is the mold, command is the drum. Expectation gives form, command gives motion. Next up is the law of command and stewardship, how to speak as a trustee, not to browbeat the world, but to stand in your airship and decree under grace. We'll set ethical guardrails so your words carry power and stay clean, and we'll draw the line between personal ambition and a life of service. When the tone matures, a right word, short, clear, rhythmic, can rattle a door that has seemed shut for years. But first, let's do one round together. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Hand on heart. Say slowly, what belongs to me cannot be late. It arrives now under grace in perfect ways. Let your body soften to match the sentence, then choose one micro step so small you can't make an excuse not to do it. Tonight, write down the first small sign you see in email, an opening thought, or simply a lighter sigh. Right there, sacred timing is budding. There comes a moment on the path when expectation alone won't carry you. You've set the table, lit the candle, laid out the white cloth of faith. Now it's time to ring the bell of command. Command isn't barking at life or forcing people to change. It's the posture of an heir, knowing the storehouse is open, knowing you're authorized, and speaking clearly, rightly under grace. You're not pulling something out of nothing. You're routing what already belongs to you to its proper address. You might hesitate. Isn't commanding arrogant? Only if it's driven by fear or ego. True command arises from quiet and purpose. It sounds like this: I now steward supply under grace. Finances, opportunities, and time serve my right purpose. You don't use a loud theatrical voice. You use a weighted voice, one tone lower, one beat slower, concise, like a seal pressed in wax. To bring command online, you need an inner stance. Picture yourself as the keeper of the storehouse spine, tall shoulders, soft, eyes kind. Before you speak, run 3 brief checks. 1. What's the purpose? Whom does it serve? What good does it create? 2. Is grace preserved? No harm, no bending of law. 3. Is the channel open? Am I willing to receive through many ways, even ways I haven't imagined? When these 3 are clear, you're in position to command. Here's a 3-minute ritual that gives your words voltage. Minute 1, hand to heart, breathe. 4 to 6 for 5 cycles to switch your nervous system into safe. Minute 2, state your purpose in 1 concrete sentence. I want steady cash flow so I can serve my clients well and keep peace in my home. Minute 3, speak a single present tense decree, clear and under grace. I now command clean cash flow to land in the account on time, in full, and in surplus under grace, in perfect ways to fund my right work. Then be silent 10 seconds. Catch the micro nudge and act, send the email, place the call, adjust the invoice schedule, the appointment. You'll find command especially useful in 3 arenas: money, opportunity, and time. For money, I command all due payments to clear in peace. No delays, no penalties under grace. For opportunity, I command the right door to open now. I am seen and called by my true value. For time, I command my calendar to open space for what matters. I do less and hit the mark at a humane pace. Always pair the decree with a small movement. Pick up the phone, send the document, strike the non-essential task. Command is the drum. Action is the footsteps without. Both the procession doesn't move. Guard a few boundaries so your command stays clean. First under grace means no coercion, no legal shortcuts, and no fear as fuel. Second, tie command to purpose, service over show, healing over display. Third, keep channels open, let infinite wisdom choose the route. Don't shackle yourself to one only way. With these fences in place, command grows light and precise. Fewer words, truer hits, calmer arrivals. What if the outer world hasn't budged yet? Check 3 things. Stance: is your voice still shaking? Drop it half a tone and slow 1 beat. Purpose: does your sentence name who benefits? If it's so I can get it over with, refine to, so I serve the right work and keep peace. Channel: are you locking the pipeline with bias? Open with, I receive through channels seen and unseen. Often that alone unlatches the door. Don't confuse commanding with demanding. Demanding speaks from lack and fear. Commanding from sufficiency and willingness to give. Demanding says it must be this way. Commanding says in perfect ways. Demanding tightens the body. Commanding softens it. Test it somatically. Tight shoulders, furrowed brow, shallow breath, that's demand. Loose shoulders, warm eyes, deep breath, that's command. Tune your command like an instrument. 3 dials, deeper, slower, shorter. Try AI, now command finances, to serve right purpose now under grace. If needed, split the beats now. Pause under grace. The pause is the period that gives the sentence weight. Let's name the hidden fears: fear of judgment. If you prosper, fear of outgrowing your circle, fear of losing yourself with more. These leak into language you command with a clenched hand and a dry throat. The antidote isn't more commands, it's more kindness toward yourself. Whisper, I allow myself to rest in plenty. I am a channel, not a reservoir. When you know you're a channel, money stops being scary. It passes through to do the good you've vowed. That's why you have the right to direct it. Welcome to the 7-day Command Lab. Each morning, write 1 purpose-linked decree, parenting skill, building caring for your parents, choose your North Star. Speak it 3 times slow hand to heart. Follow with 1 micro-action. At night, record 1 small evidence, an email, a call, a clarified idea. If you want to journey with us, comment under the video. With today's decree, micro-action, small evidence, and your time zone, so buddies can nudge each other, ET, CT, MT, PT. We aren't trying our luck, we're practicing rhythm. Won't commanding a lot be exhausting? Not if the sentences are few, rhythmic, and on purpose. Exhaustion comes from many tangled lines, mixed motives, and pressure tactics. Real command relieves pressure. It lifts what isn't yours to carry, hands the job to law, and leaves you the small near-now step. Results often arrive sideways: a renegotiated debt, a note from an old contact, a contract you thought was gone, returning on better terms. Don't call it random, call it a signal of command. You have the right to name what's happening. Correct naming trains the subconscious to repeat. Anytime you're unsure, between ambition and service demand and command, return to the 3 gatekeeper questions. They're gentle and sharp. If purpose isn't clear, don't command. If grace isn't kept, don't command. If you accept only 1 channel, don't command. When all 3 lights are green, speak 1 line and take 1 step. Less done well goes far. You now have the mold expectancy and the drum command. 1 piece remains the drummer. Next, we'll enter identity, not only saying I have, but becoming I am. You'll learn to lift command to the frequency of name. I am healthy wealth revealed, so your words stop asking permission from reality and begin defining it by who you are. When identity shifts, every line becomes as natural and accurate as breath. Before we close, 1 short round together. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Hand to heart. Say slowly, I now command finances, opportunities, and time to serve right purpose, now under grace. Pause for 5 beats. Write 1 micro-action you'll take in the next 3 minutes. Tonight return and share 1 small evidence in the comments. In each other's sentences, we'll watch gentle power clear the path. And when the path clears, you'll know command doesn't make the world fear you. Command helps the world recognize you. There is a moment every ritual, command, and expectation must pass through. Who are you when you say nothing at all? The world doesn't just respond to your sentences, it responds to the identity those sentences are coming from. If inside you're still the person who is lacking waiting, asking your words will tremble at the root, even when they're technically right. But when identity shifts to authorized on mission in circulation, your words gain weight, even in a whisper. So the final move of this lesson is to change the outfit of identity from I try to have to I am. Let's be honest, for years, many of us have worn a jacket called not enough tailored by the unconscious teachings of adults, the crowd, and seasons of failure. It tightens each time we repeat, I'm struggling, I'm late, I'm not worthy. Wearing it, we enter rooms as if we need permission, and life, ever polite, hands us exactly the things that require permission. To change your life, you don't have to kick down doors. You change your jacket. True identity doesn't come from a vault, it comes from source. When you accept yourself as a clean channel of wholesome prosperity, money becomes a matter of plumbing, not a sentence. A channel doesn't clutch or fear. It receives directs gives according to a higher purpose. Owning yourself as a channel isn't greed, it's loyalty to your assignment, and loyalty gives you authority over the flow. Between I understand and I actually rest in it, there's a bridge. Your body must feel safe having more. The fear of being judged, left out, or losing yourself in abundance will whisper in your throat and dry out your words. The antidote isn't louder phrases, but soothing your nervous system with a short, gentle, steady identity declaration. Read it until your shoulders drop. For example, I am a channel of all that is good. Clean wealth flows through me to serve my mission under grace in perfect ways. Short, present tense, purposeful, under grace. To root identity, use the 3L frame language, lived way, lock in. Language, name it. Choose a title you can live with. Skip the fancy lines. Pick something close to home. I am a gentle steward of prosperity. I am the trusted destination for clean opportunities. I am the open gate for what is timely. The simpler the title, the faster it connects to power. Lived way, live it, turn the title into micro behaviors. If you're a steward, you record review, give thanks for each inflow, even the small ones. If you're a trusted destination, you reply on time and keep your word. If you're an open gate, you make room on your calendar for what matters and cut the loitering. Sod. Lock in, lock it and seal. Identity, with tiny proofs daily. Each night list 1 to 3 signs your voice was rounder in a negotiation. You received a courteous invitation. You felt calmer looking at the numbers. Label them identity evidence, not just luck. Build yourself an identity dossier with 3 columns: I am, therefore I do, therefore I see. For example, I am a gentle steward of prosperity. Each morning I review 1 line item. Each week I thank 1 partner. Each month I study 1 skill. Emails answer faster. Invoices negotiate smoother. Invitations arrive steadily. Handwrite it. Tape it to your laptop lid. Let your eyes meet your true name many times a day. Everyday moments where identity must speak up before a bill. The old self sighs. The new self says softly, I handle this in peace and under grace, then calls the bank briefly warmly. Steward identity helps you reach the right person with the right question. When an invitation comes, the old self thinks, I'll probably miss it. The new self asks, does this serve the mission? If yes, you answer like someone present, clear on time, unapologetic about value. If no, you decline gently. You're an open gate for the right doors, not every door. When spending. The old self tightens. The new self says, I circulate the good intentional spending, purposeful giving. Even tapping an extra tip with joy reinforces your identity as a channel in flow. Try the 72-hour identity drill for 3 days. Keep 1 title in all contexts: work texts, grocery runs, family talks. Each time you feel the old self reappear, Don't scold. Just say quietly, I return to my title, then adjust one movement lower your voice, lift your posture, smile, and one sentence short, present tense, under grace. By the end of day 3, you'll notice something curious. People naturally treat you the way you've been self-defining. A common misunderstanding. If I already am, do I still need to act? True identity frees action. It doesn't replace it. When you are, you're less frantic, less performative, less circular. You do less and hit more because you're no longer seeking identity from the outside. Action becomes the natural outcome of I am not the strained effort of I will become. About guilt, the shadow that sneaks in when you begin to have more. It whispers, is this too much? Is it fair? Learn the difference between greed and faithfulness. Greed clutches, faithfulness circulates. Greed sparkles loudly. Faithfulness is steady, warm, and durable. A detox line, I permit myself to rest inside holy abundance. Clean wealth moves through me to the right places. And don't forget healthy boundaries. A channel doesn't let anyone open the faucet to full blast. You can say no softly. That's how you keep the right pressure, so water reaches far. Strong identity walks with clear boundaries. No fights, no preaching, just the behavior of someone who knows who they are. Join our 7-day I Am Circle. Comment today with 1. Your title, 2. 1 micro action. You'll take now 1 call, 1 wallet pocket cleaned, 1 thank you sent, 3. 1 small evidence you'll record tonight. Add your time zone so we can pair you up. Return each evening to post your 3 lines. No comparisons, just shared proof, so identity takes root. If you're still searching for your line, try one of these and tweak it to fit your voice. I am a faithful steward of clean supply. Everything I touch falls into right order. I am the safe harbor for good opportunities. What's right docks on time. I am the gentle river of prosperity. I receive direct give in peace. Choose 1 line to live, not 10 lines to memorize. Now, a short breath together. In for 4, out for 6. Hand to heart, say slowly, I am a channel of all that is good. I am present. I am enough. I am in service. Feel your shoulders drop half an inch. That's the signal identity has turned on the light. As we wrap today's journey, hold 1 simple world-tilting truth. Your word is the key, and you are the key holder. We've walked the foundation stones together. Word as seed. Substitute the sentence, expectation, as the mold, the decree, as the drumbeat and identity, the drummer. When these 5 click into place, you stop waiting for miracles and quietly become one without noise, without show, simply in rhythm. To carry this spirit into tomorrow, take this 2-step ritual, short, kind, effective. Morning oath, 1 minute. Hand over heart. Breathe 4 to 6 for 3 rounds. Speak slowly. I am a clear channel for all that is good. I speak right, act right, and receive right now under grace in perfect ways. Then take 1 tiny action immediately. Send a thank you note, edit 1 line on your profile, make 1 call. Evening close, 1 minute. Write 3 small proofs you noticed today, even felt calmer counts. End with, what is mine cannot be late. I sleep easy in the tempo of grace. If something here touched you, an easier breath, a brighter thought, a softer resolve, let that touch become a door. In the comments share 1. The core decree you'll keep for the next 7 days. 2. 1 micro action you'll take within 3 minutes after this video. 3. 1 small proof you commit to record tonight. Add your time zone, ET, CT, MT, PT, so we can form gentle reminder circles. No comparisons, no debates, just shared witness to strengthen our common rhythm. If you want to keep walking in this calm, steady air, subscribe, ring the bell, and share this with someone who could use 1 new breath. Every subscription is a candle lit in someone's dim room, not to blaze, but to give just enough light for 1 sure step. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You only need to be steady in 1 short sentence, steady in 1 small step, steady in how you name life, with a voice under grace. One day you'll look back and see the old wall has cracked not from a sledgehammer, but from the gentle, repeated knock of your spoken truth. Before we part, let's breathe together. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, hand to heart. Say softly, I stand in endless supply. I speak as one authorized. I live like a quiet river. Then keep a few beats of silence and feel your shoulders drop. That's the sign of a new identity settling in. Thank you for giving your time and your heart to this conversation. I'll see you in the next video where we'll keep refining the language of grace and practice a life that is simple yet precise, light yet far-reaching. For now, let your words step out first and let the world follow.